the answer to the biggest question of the season. How much rain can we expect this monsoon?
And that answer is usually pretty tough to accurately determine.
Yeah, because the amount of monsoon moisture varies significantly each year. A big factor in our summer rainfall is whether we're in El Nino, La Nina, or neutral conditions. Typically, El Nino brings cooler and wetter weather to the desert Southwest, while La Nina makes things warmer and drier. This year, we remain in a neutral state, so the chances of having above normal and below normal rainfall are exactly the same for most of our state. That, of course, brings a lot of uncertainty our way, and because of that, we're going to go with a pretty broad forecast of anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of valley rain this monsoon season. Keep in mind, monsoon storms are one of the toughest challenges forecasters face and are impossible to predict this far in advance. Computer models used for seasonal forecasting cannot accurately represent the roles our mountains, daytime heating, and available moisture play in the development of monsoon storms. So we will have to wait and see how things develop on a day-to-day basis. Count on us to take action and keep you posted on how we are doing as the monsoon wears on. Although the official start date of the monsoon season is June 15th, on average, our monsoon moisture doesn't get here until around July 7th.
And that date could get pushed back even further in the decades and centuries to come.
That's right. New research suggests that climate change could have a big impact on the timing of our summer storms.
There are a lot of unanswered questions when it comes to climate change and how it will affect our weather patterns around the world. But a new study in the Journal of Geophysical Research found that it may set up a chain reaction ultimately affecting our monsoon.
The total rainfall during the monsoon is not going to change, but rather the seasonality of the monsoon is going to shift. So basically the start of the monsoon is going to get later, and the withdrawal or the end of the monsoon is also going to get later. And so everything gets sort of shifted forward in time.
The climate models show drier winters will create drier conditions through early spring and early summer, which will make it more difficult for clouds to form. That means instead of tracking storms in July and August, we may not see them pop up until September and October when air streams shift, bringing more moisture our way.
So if you delay the start of the monsoon and you delay when that rainfall is going to come and relieve some of the stress, that can have a big impact on ecosystems and agriculture and a variety of human activity.
It could also lead to an increase in wildfires and dust storms.
We're just hoping that this is going to give another piece of information that people can use to try to address water resources in the decades and the centuries to come.
With the monsoon now upon us, it's time to start taking precautions for our dangerous summer storms.
And there's a number of things you can do to stay safe.
It's simply a matter of understanding what's happening around you and what could potentially happen.
Remember, when thunder roars, go indoors. You never want to be outside when lightning is nearby. Inside, keep away from windows and stay out of contact with electronics and appliances plugged into the wall. And don't even think about swimming. In fact, just avoid water altogether. It serves as a conductor for electricity. While lightning may not strike you directly, it may still have a strong enough charge to injure you, even if you're not anywhere near the strike. Many people who are struck by lightning and survive say they saw blue skies, indicating they were not directly beneath the storm and still got hit. One rule to follow to stay safe is the 30-30 rule. If you see a bolt of lightning and can't count to 30 before hearing thunder, go inside and stay there for 30 minutes after the last clap of thunder. If you're stuck outside, find a low spot away from trees, fences, and poles. But make sure the place you pick isn't subject to flash flooding.
When it rains, it's never a good idea to be anywhere near a flooded street, wash, or canal. You don't know how strong the waters are flowing or how deep it is.
I've got a lot of weight here and it's pushing me.
There's just a lot of water, a lot of flooding. People think they can get across them, but a lot of them can't.
People are washed away every summer on foot or in their vehicles. So watch out for flooding in highway dips, bridges, and low-lying areas. Nearly half of all flash flooding deaths are related to fast rising waters. And remember our stupid motorist law, it can cost you big time. Know the difference between a flash flood watch and a flash flood warning. A watch means flooding is possible, so be on alert. A warning means flooding is already happening or is imminent, so just use common sense and find another way around the water. And if you're camping, don't park along streams or washes.
A wash or a small creek that could be barely flowing an hour later could be 8 feet deeper than it was before.
Potentially one of our biggest problems again this year, dust storms. Remember to pull aside, stay alive, and if you see one in the distance, don't even attempt to drive near it. If a dust storm sneaks up on you and you do get caught driving in one, pull over to the right as far as you can, take your foot off the brake, and turn off your engine and lights. In situations like this, people have a tendency to follow the person in front of them, but that can cause accidents when visibility is low. Just wait for the storm to pass and then head back out on the road. You can also save yourself a lot of hassle and worry by making sure your home is prepped for the monsoon.
We looked out a window on the side of the house and saw that part of the wall was down. And while we were just kind of watching that, we noticed the tree was actually starting to go.
Here are some tips. Trim large tree branches back as much as possible. The last thing you need is them snapping and ramming through your windows or falling on your car when hit by lightning or downburst winds. Have your roof inspected for leaks. Tiny holes or cracks can go unnoticed and lead to a huge wet mess when the rain pours. And make sure all your appliances are set up with surge protectors.
One of the best ways to stay ahead of the storm and stay safe when severe weather strikes is through our Storm Shield app. You can download it from iTunes onto your iPad, iPhone, Android, or other smartphone. And here's what you get. Current conditions wherever you are, along with the 7-day forecast. When skies aren't so sunny around the valley, you can call up the radar and see where the storms are in real time. And all severe weather alerts, watches, and warnings automatically pop up on your iPad or phone, keeping you apprised of severe weather conditions in the area you designate. Oftentimes, when we have severe weather, your ABC 15 weather team will cut into programming as we track the storms. If we're in the middle of a weather bulletin or a live broadcast, just tap the Storm Shield to play the live video stream, even when the power is out at your house. It helps you keep up with the entire ABC 15 family's Twitter feeds also. So stay safe this monsoon and download the ABC 15 Storm Shield app, which is on sale for a limited time for $2.99.
And that's going to do it for this year's monsoon special, Destruction in the Desert.
Thanks so much for joining us, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook so you'll be prepared before the storms hit.
And as always, keep it right here on ABC 15 and ABC15.com for all your monsoon coverage. We hope you have a safe and enjoyable monsoon season.